Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings. So this is Damatoch, Danzo Sigurman, and we're live from Kesa Crown Heights. It's now the 12th day of ER, 5,775 days blazing and grazing into the creation. Today we had a class, Baruch Hashem, in Crown Heights at the Sephardic Shul. And class designated specifically to bring out the universality of the teachings for the children of Noah, B'nai Noach, and we centered our teachings today based on Psalms 49, which were written not by King David, but actually by the B'nai Korach, the sons of Korach. Korach, if you're not familiar, which you can read about, I believe, in the book of Numbers, chapter 16, led a rebellion against Moses. Actually, he was a cousin, he was a fellow Levite, but his sons removed themselves from the rebellion that their father was leading, the other Levites against Moshe, and they did shuvah. They repented of their ways of questioning the fact that the Most High had appointed the mighty Levite prophet Moshe to lead Israel not just out of Egypt and not only to receive the Torah at Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, almost 3,322 years ago, but also to lead them into the blessed land. Until it was decreed by the Most High, he could not. So this is the way chapter 49 goes, blessed souls, and what are the instructions we can take from it? As it reads, "For the conducted by the sons of Korach a psalm, hear this, O you peoples, listen, all you inhabitants of the world, sons of common folk and sons of nobility, rich and poor alike. My mouth speaks wisdom, and the thoughts of my heart are understanding. I incline my ear to the parable. I will unravel my riddle upon the harp. Why am I afraid in times of trouble? Because the sins I trod upon surround me. There are those who rely on their wealth, who boast of their great riches. Yet a man cannot redeem his brother, nor pay his ransom to the Most High. The redemption of their soul is too costly and forever attainable. Can one live forever, never to see the grave? Though he sees that wise men die, that the fool and the senseless both perish, leaving their wealth to others, nevertheless in their inner thoughts their houses will last forever. This is in the minds of the rich, their dwellings for generation after generation. They proclaim their names throughout the lands, but a man will not repose in glory. He is likened to the silenced animals. That is why their way, their folly remains with them, and their descendants approve of their talk salah. Like sheep they are destined for the grave. Death shall be their shepherd, and the upright will dominate them at morning. Their form will rot in the grave, away from its abode. But the Most High will redeem my soul from the hands of the grave, for he will take me, Salah. Do not fear when a man grows rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dies, he will take nothing. His glory will not descend after him, for he alone praises himself in his lifetime. But all will praise you, alluding to the Most High. Or actually, all will praise the person if they will better themselves. The Most High doesn't have to better himself. Is beyond that type of human estimation. But each of us must try to better ourselves, and this will be the praise of the human being. And therefore, he will come to the generation of his forefathers, and they shall not see light for all eternity, those who boast of their riches and think that it just came from their efforts. Man can live in glory, but does not understand, according to his human understanding. He is likened to the silenced animals. So what are we talking about here, blessed souls? We're talking about the whole idea that whoever we are, whether we be rich or poor or destitute, and may none of us know destitution or poverty, that we can reason out that our transgressions, our lackings, our lack of effort is something that is not going to be taken account of. We will not be taken to account by the Most High. Okay? And in particular, this psalm is referring to how the rich, they do not have any true trust in the Most High. They only trust in their money. So we should understand, blessed souls, that this is a psalm that was written over 3,000 years ago, and it was a proclamation, even in the infant stages of the nation of Israel, after going out of Egypt, to call out not just to the nation of Israel, but to all the inhabitants of the earth, whether they be rich or poor. And the psalmist wrote, the children of Korach wrote that their mouth, in a singular form, they wrote in unison, that my mouth shall speak wisdoms, and the meditations of my heart understandings. What is this instruction here? Yes, we can speak out, wisdoms to each other. However, even when we speak out wisdoms, Rashi brings out something that's very, very important, that as much as a person can speak, there's still the meditations of his or her heart, which are makshavas libi, the thoughts of the heart, which have an innate understanding, which are not necessarily communicated through each expression of speech, which means to say, blessed souls, when we share wisdoms among ourselves, or with our families, with our loved ones, with our friends, or as we go onto YouTube, let no one think that everything we say is all that we are thinking about. And this is alluding to the whole idea that in Torah there are many direct instructions, many clear instructions in Torah. However, there are many things that are still concealed from our revealed awareness. That's why we have to go deeper and deeper into the Torah, which we of Israel consider to be, and know from our history, and we can testify based on various experiences, as the source of our life. Torah Chaim, the Torah of life, instruction that were given to the leaders of Israel throughout the generations, and now have been written down to books in various languages, not only for the children of Israel, but also for the children of Noah to understand and meditate upon, and to realize again, once we start to access these divine and pristine, eternal wisdoms, we're still not getting the whole picture. Recently I saw a video with the Lubavitcher Rebbe, a direct descendant of King David and Solomon, was telling the nation of Israel itself that even if you become all wise and knowing of the entire Torah, there's still one thing that you should know, that the Almighty who gave the Torah to Moshe at Mount Sinai will still remain a mystery to you. That meaning, even if we get the complete knowledge, the most complete knowledge that is accessible to a person, there will still remain in a dimension of the Most High who is still above, even beyond all knowledge which can be afforded to the human being. So we'll still be in constant pursuit. I mean, we can understand that, blessed souls, like in any relationship which is a positive one between two human beings. As much as two people can know each other for a day, a month, and years, and a decade, and X time that amount of decades, there still should always remain something fresh and unrevealed in their personal relationship to make the relationship want to go stronger. And so it is too with the divine teachings. And again, the only impediments we have to worry about is, are we going to clog up our natural desire to want to be connected to the Almighty and to develop full and healthy relationships with other human beings, whether of our culture or other cultures? Are we going to allow our emotional reactions to accessing new knowledge, in this case of Torah, block us from the wisdoms and the thoughts of those wisdoms, which are beyond our initial perception of the wisdoms, to block us from growing as human beings? Yes, we will develop emotionally in the external aspects of our emotional capacities from day to day, but the Torah affords us wonderful options how we can grow through knowledge, and not just love and hate reactions, or indifferent reactions, or middle ground reactions between love and hate as we access new information. So I just want to end on this note, blessed souls, that these are some of the things we talk about with Noahides. We of Israel, we've been talking about it for the last 3,000 years, so it's not a new thing. That in 1980, 1981, Tafshin Mem, Mem Aleph, the Lubavitcher Rebbe came out and said to Israel, don't be afraid to share this knowledge with the nations. We've been sharing this knowledge with the nations to assist all peoples, that we can go beyond our emotional complexities and become supercharged with intellectual perceptions which will invigorate our emotional capacities to broaden them out in the best possible scenario, hopefully b'darchinom, in a pleasant way, b'darchishom, in a peaceful way, speedily in our days, to usher in the new era, Zman Agula, the time of redemption, Ofen Nitzchi, in an eternal way, B'hava Rabbah, with great love, B'bori Echad, in the one great Lukulano, for all of us. B'hamshik, to be continued, Be'ezer Hashem, when the